Hello all, this is Trusha Patel. Welcome to part 4 of macroprocessor. Today we'll be discussing about the advanced macro facilities available in assembly language. So there are three categories of this facility. First is alteration of flow of control during expansion of the macro. Second is expansion time variable, and third is attributes of parameters. Let us discuss all of them one by one. Starting with the first, that is alteration of flow of control during expansion. Now there are two features available in this category. First is expansion time sequencing symbol, that is SS, and next is expansion time statement. Now the first is expansion time sequencing symbol. So sequencing symbol can be defined by putting it in the label field of any of the statement, and it can be used as an operand for the expansion time statements. Next is expansion time statement. There are three kind of statements available. First is AIF. The syntax is AIF into the parenthesis relational expression followed by the sequencing symbol. What it will do, if the relational expression is true, then the control is transferred to the statement having the sequencing symbol in the label field. But if the relational expression is false, in that case, it will continue with the next instruction which is coming in the sequence, and control will not be transferred. Let us take one example. Now here we have one AIF statement. In that we have the relational expression followed by the sequencing symbol. Now option number 1 is this relational expression is true. In that case, the next execution will be the statement having this sequencing symbol in the label field. But the another possibility, this relational expression is false. In that case, the control will not be transferred and it will start executing the next instruction which is in a sequence. The next statement is AGO. AGO syntax is AGO space sequencing symbol. This is used for unconditional control transfer. Let us look at the example. We have AGO followed by dot n as in sequencing symbol. So whenever this statement is occurred, the control will be transferred to the statement having dot n sequencing symbol in the label field, and all the statement in between will be skipped. The next is ANOP. The syntax is sequencing symbol space ANOP. It is basically used to define the sequencing symbol. The next facility is expansion time variable. These are the variable used inside the macro. There are two kind of expansion variable, local EV and global EV. Local EV are used in a particular macro, while global EV are used in any macro. The syntax to define the local EV is LCL space EV specification. In the global, it is GBL space EV specification. Now here EV specification is end% EV name. Here EV stands for expansion time variable. Now how to set the value to this expansion variable? EV specification, then ACT set, then expression. Let us take an example. Here with LCL, we have declared one EV, that is capital A. Now in the next statement, A is assigned a value 1, while here the A assigned the value that is A plus 1. So whatever the current value of A will be incremented by 1. So using set, either you can assign the absolute value to the expansion variable, or You can also use some expression to generate a new value for your expansion time variable. Coming to the next, that is attributes of parameter. The syntax is attribute single quotation parameter. There are first attribute is length, which can be represented using capital L. Second is type, represented by capital T. Third is size, represented using capital S. Go to the previous example we have gone through. Now here in AIF statement we have written relational expression, that is L single quotation n%a. So here n%a is your environment variable and L is a attribute, that is the length attribute. So what it will do, it will check that the length of this particular expansion variable is equals to 1 or not. If it is equals to 1, then the control will be transferred to the statement labeled with capital N. Otherwise, it will continue with the next statement which is in a sequence. Thank you for the part 4. We'll be back with the part 5 of macro processor.